And right now at noon, you are looking at what's left of Launch Complex 36 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Take a live look here from Chopper 2. It's a launch pad that is now a shell of itself after last night's Blue Origin explosion.
Here's where things stand right now. The cause of this explosion is still unknown at this time. There are no reports of injuries, but officials are now warning everyone that debris may wash ashore in the coming days and weeks and could be hazardous. The impact from that blast was seen and felt all over Central Florida. Good Friday afternoon. I'm Jason Guy.
And I'm Christina Watkins. We have team coverage on this breaking story.
Yeah, Eric Burris is live at Kennedy Space Center with the very latest on the investigation and response.
Bob Hazen is along the coast where debris from the rocket explosion could eventually wash ashore.
And Megan Mackey is explaining what witnesses saw and heard when the blast happened.
But we begin with Sonica Donge live in Central Florida's only eye in the sky over the Blue Origin launch site. Sonica.
An amazing view from Chopper 2 here, Orlando's only news chopper, as we are today getting our first look at the damage sustained at the launch pad after last night's Blue Origin explosion. So let's get you right to it, give you a live look here at launch pad 36. We are just south of the launch pad, so we are looking north. This is the launch pad that Blue Origin operates out of, and you can just see extensive damage. I mean, so much damage that it's hard to tell exactly what we're looking at. Just a ton of debris in the area. And just south of this launch pad, actually, we were also monitoring crews who we've seen on their property starting to assess all of the damage. There they are here. But you can see we've seen towers collapsed and metal shards everywhere. Around 9 o'clock last night, engineers were conducting a routine hot fire of the rocket's 7 BE-4 engines ahead of its expected launch next week. That rocket was fully loaded with liquid oxygen and methane at the time, and that's why we saw the fireball that we did when it exploded. The explosion destroyed the New Glenn booster named No It's Necessary, and now we are getting a look at some of the other damage to the launch pad. One of the lightning protection towers, that's what we were just showing you, that was seen falling over after the explosion. There are also several hangars, buildings, and test sites that sit around it. Those are undoubtedly some of the structures that NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman and others will be focused on today as they spend time on site to assess all of the damage, and it is so much. The booster's payload set to launch next week, which was a stack of Amazon LEO satellites, was of course not on the pad, so they didn't have any damage. But as we take a look here at Launch Complex 36, keep in mind it took nearly a year to rebuild Launch Complex 40 after a smaller Falcon 9 rocket exploded in 2016. So naturally, we're anxiously awaiting to hear just how much damage was sustained last night, because this is a definite setback for the Artemis mission. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket is such a critical component. Most importantly here, nobody was injured, and that is because they do clear the launch pads while they do tests of this sort. But the damage just really speaks for itself. Let's continue our team coverage now with Eric Burris, who is live at the Kennedy Space Center. Eric, we know all of this happened, an anomaly during a hot fire test. What exactly does that mean? What happened?
Yeah, so think about it like this. Before you get to a launch, you want to make sure everything is picture perfect. This was never set up for a crew, but it was set up for a significant payload of low Earth orbit internet satellites. And because of that, obviously you want to make sure the rocket's in tip-top shape. So you do what is referred to as a static fire test or a hot fire test. And we spoke with Dr. Ken Kremer, who is the founder and managing editor of Space Up Close, to give us a real idea of exactly what a static fire test is. Take a listen.
They load the propellant. It's normally done. It's a routine operation, although nothing is routine in spaceflight, but they routinely do these kind of tests to make sure that the engines are working properly so that on launch day, they can have the highest confidence possible.
So obviously this particular rocket failed that test, and it will take time to figure out where that anomaly took place, where the explosion started, and of course that's just one of many things in addition to building back that pad and that infrastructure. But the big concern here, I think the broader concern, yes, there was a massive explosion, the largest we think since the Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral Space Force Station started in the rocketry business, and roughly the second largest rocket explosion in the history of rocketry. The only larger we think is going to be the N1, which was the Russian rocket that tried to take cosmonauts to the moon back in 1969. But either way, this was a very significant impact, and one that will have an influence on the timeline for the Artemis missions. We're going to talk more about that coming up in the next half hour. But for now, that's the very latest from the Kennedy Space Center. I'm Eric Burris, WESH 2 News.